Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to our platform of Educated Sapiens and I hope आप सभी बहुत अच्छे होंगे and you are preparing very well. So let us start our lecture and today's topic of discussion is directions. My dear students, please remember this was one of the very favorite question of UPSC 2 or 3 years back, but these days the number of question has reduced from direction. But as you know that this is quite unpredictable. UPSC is quite unpredictable, so we cannot say for sure that okay, this question type of question will never be asked. Further, please note that the direction related questions are quite easy. So they are easy pick. So I will recommend not to leave them because they will be you will be easily able to handle them once you understand it. Second thing, please remember direction is part of reasoning. But please remember in some cases you have to mingle it up with Pythagoras theorem. You have to mingle it up with Pythagoras theorem. So I hope both of these things are very well known to you. So let us delve into the basic theory of this direction related question. But before I will delve into theory part, I will just read the three questions rather, in front of you. A man walks down the back side of his house straight 25 meters and then turns to the right and walks 50 meters again. Then he turns towards left and again walks 25 meters. If his house faces the east, what is his direction from the starting point? My dear students, please remember this question is again extremely important, and where you can get confused will be left or right. So how to find that we will discuss again and again. But yeah, before that I just wanted to read the question so that you get a feel that these kind of questions are asked. Understood? Is it clear? Am I clearly audible and visible? Okay, let us try to read this question. This was asked in 2020. P, Y, Q, P, Q, and R are three towns. Three towns are there. Distance between P and Q is 60 kilometer, whereas distance between P and R is 80 kilometer. Q is in the west of P and R is in the south of P. My dear students, those who understand the Pythagoras theorem, this is a question which they can do orally. Trust me, orally. है So this is very easy question. Please remember this thing, and you should definitely attempt these kind of questions. Okay. Now moving ahead, this question might seem little bit blur because I could not get the time to type it. Okay, but yeah, I hope you all can read it. A woman runs 12 kilometer towards her north, then 6 kilometer towards her south, and then 8 kilometers towards her east. In which direction is she from her starting point? So here slightly they have fused this with the knowledge of trigonometry. Now you will ask me, sir, should we start reading trigonometry in totality now? No, you should not go that much depth in depth of with the theory. Understood? You should not go that much in depth with the theory of trigonometry. But yes, basic understanding or guesswork will work. Understood? So I will discuss these all things. I hope so you will be able to catch it up. Later on we will see to it. Understood? Now my dear students, let us talk about the direction. Sorry, this I have written it like distance. No, this is not distance. This is direction. So if we will talk about direction, please remember there is a customary notion which is also used in geography, or be it any app or any application or anywhere in the world. Top is always shown as north. Top is always shown as north. Please remember. Then on the right hand side it will be east, and this will be west, and this will be south. Understood? So once on paper you decide this direction. Once on paper if you decide this direction, never ever mingle with it. Understood this thing? Correct? Please remember this notion. I hope everyone knows it. Understood? Okay. Now my dear students, please remember, whenever you are someone says that okay, a person was going to east. Person was going to east. And then going towards east, and then he turned to his left, to his left. My dear students, how to tackle this? See, east, you all understand that, okay, this will be the direction. So let me draw this direction like this. Understood? So the person is going in east direction. Now, my dear students, I will think that I am facing that direction. I am facing that direction. And then what is my left will be left for this. This is left. And whatever is my right will be right for this. So please remember, that is the way you try to understand. Okay, this is the way we are going to proceed, left and right. I hope this is clear. Understood? So my dear students, in these reasoning type of questions, students often get confused in left and right. So make sure that you are very clear in that part. Suppose this is your north. So you know that north is facing upward. That means you have to face in the direction of paper. This side is your right, this side is your left. So please remember, this will be your left, this will be your right. The student is in facing north. So now I have to turn away, turn backside. I have to see backside. So my right will be this side and left will be this side. That means the direction of left will change and direction of right will also change. Understood? If a person is going towards south, then the right and left will be quite different. So please make sure that you are understanding these notions and you are working accordingly. If you understand this thing, everything will fall in line. Trust me, everything will fall in line. Now, my dear students, please remember, please ignore this distance. This is not distance, this is but direction. Direction, what I told you, Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. I hope many of you, please remember, whenever there is a triangle, whenever there is a specifically right angle triangle, that is, let us say this is north, this is south, or it may be east or west, or it may be east or south. Understood? So it may be anything. It may be anything. Okay? East or something like this. So please remember one thing, that if this perpendicular, this is perpendicular, this is base, whatever side will be opposite to 90 degree will be longest side. What I told, whatever side will be opposite to 90 degree will be longest side of all the three. And this is named as hypotenuse. This is named as hypotenuse. Please remember, with respect to 90 degree angle. Understood? So whatever will be opposite to 90 degree will be hypotenuse. That will be longest side. So let me represent it by h. So Pythagoras theorem says that it will be h square is equal to p square plus b square. P square plus b square. Now, my dear students, please remember, even in 3D, this Pythagoras theorem can be applied. Even in 3D, this Pythagoras theorem can be applied, and this was again asked in the UPSC. Please remember, UPSC में पूछा गया था, है ना? So suppose there is a fly, which is understood. It is, let us say, x distance away from this wall, y distance away from this wall, and z distance in depth. Z distance in depth. I hope all of you can see this and feel this. So my dear students, what will be its distance from corner? What will be its distance from corner? Let us say this is hypotenuse again. So here in this case, h square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square. So based on this, a question was asked. Understood? Where x, y, z are distance from x plane, distance from y plane, and distance from z plane. This is distance from corner. Distance from corner. Understood? Yes. Now, my dear students, let me talk about trigonometry. Okay, what happened? Suddenly students came and then went away. Is everything okay? Okay. So if I will talk about trigonometry, please remember, there in right angle triangle, if I will talk about, suppose this angle is less than 45 degree, less than 45 degree. In that case you will find that P or B. So P will be smaller than B. P will be smaller than. You can draw and feel it, right? Draw this diagram, this angle such that it is less than 45 degree. You know that this perpendicular lines are somewhere around this 90 degree. So half of that will be 45 degree, and in 45 degree this P is equal to B. Please remember, P is equal to B, and when this is 45 degree, this will also be 45 degree. Understood? And now my dear students, suppose if the angle goes above 45 degree, angle goes above 45 degree, so you will realize that 45 degree, right? So this P will become greater than B. P will become greater than B. I hope everyone is clear about this. So this is all we need to solve distance related question. You have to just rely on the question, do whatever it says, and then eventually you will come across the correct solution. Understood? Now my dear students, let us try to solve this. What the question says that if his house faces to the east, so what to do? Let me make a house whose face is on the east. Understood? Everyone understood? So I am starting from the back side, this part. Clear? The man walks down the back side of his house straight 25 meter. So man goes to the backyard and then sneakingly escapes and walks for 25 meters straight. Then he turns to the right. Please remember, he goes like this. Then he turns to the right. So right will be, I will face in this direction and feel that, okay, this is my right. Understood? So please remember, he will go in this direction. Understood? So this will be again how much? 50 meters again. Okay. So 50 meters are gone. Now my dear students, he turns towards left. So for top position, my left is this. If I will turn backward, my left will be this. In that case, this is the left. Acha, one more thing. When you might be seeing the video, it might happen that my video is mirrored. Mirrored in the sense my left portion will seem as right and my right portion will seem as left. So don't get confused with my body language. Please focus on what I am trying to say. Understood? Okay. So 50 meters again. Then he turns towards the left. So left he has turned and walks again 25 meters. Correct. So he is 25 meters again. Something like at this position. If his house faces the east, what is his direction from the starting point? So can you all tell me? What is his direction? Wait. He turns towards right. Okay. Wait. There is a small error. What is a small error, my dear students? Please remember, when I turned him towards this 50 meter, I took towards left by mistake. So see, this kind of error may happen. Please don't fall for it. I am really sorry. It was my mistake. None of you also pointed out, sir, you have done some mistake. So please remember, when I will face into that direction, my right will be this. So it will go upwards. Please remember, it will go upwards. Understood? Is it clear? And then he turns towards left. So if I will go this, he will turn towards left. So I hope all of you can see this now. I am really sorry. Corrected diagram is here. Yes. Correct, Karthikeyan. Thank you for that. So you are in northwest direction. How you are in northwest direction? My dear students, please remember, this is north. This is west. So this is northwest. And you can see that the horizontal distance is equal to vertical distance. Horizontal distance is 25 plus 25 and vertical distance is 50. So that is why you will find that this angle from the north is nothing but 45 degree. Understood? 45 degree from north. Understood? From here also it will be 45 degree. Understood? Is it clear? So yes, you are very correct. Thank you, Karthikeyan. The direction will be northwest. Understood? Now let us try this question. The distance between P and Q is 60 kilometer. Okay. So let me mark P and Q. P and Q 60 kilometer. Whereas the distance between P and R is 80 kilometer. Q is in the west of P. Q is in the west of P. Okay. So I made a wrong diagram. Q is in the west of P. Right. So Q is in the west of P. So it will be something like this. Understood? Q is in the west of P. I hope it is clearly visible. and R is in the south of P. So yeah, R is in the south of P. Now my dear students, you can understand that, see that PQ is equal to 60 and PR is equal to 80. Now can you all tell me what is this distance? There are some Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. This was an interview question from a friend, for a friend who has graduated, or matlab, who has given, he's taken his optional as mathematics. So please remember Pythagorean triplet when I will say 3, 4, 5. This is a Pythagorean triplet. Understood? So the interviewer asked him to tell 4 or 5 Pythagorean triplet. Understood? Then 6, 8, 10. Again Pythagorean triplet. Then 5, 12 and 13. Yes, Kartikeya and Tanmay, both of you are correct. It is D. Understood? So Pythagorean triplet. Sorry, I wrote theorem by mistake. Triplet. What is triplet means? It means a square plus b square is equal to c square. So a square plus b square is equal to c square. So same way 60 square plus 80 square. Under root 60 square plus 80 square will be equal to 3600 plus 6400, and that will give us 10000. So that will be equal to 100. That will be equal to 100, and that is why D is the correct answer. Thank you to both of you. Clear? Now my dear students, this is the question. A woman runs 12 kilometers towards her north. So let the woman run 12 kilometers north. Okay. So this is like 12 kilometers, and then she turns towards her south. So she is facing this and then south. Now she, instead of going for complete 12 kilometers, she goes only for 6 kilometers. So from the initial position, see, she is 6 kilometers away. She is 6 kilometers away. I hope everyone is getting this point. Right, from the initial position, she is 6 kilometers away. Right. Okay. Now then 8 kilometers towards her east. She will turn towards east and she will go towards 8 kilometers. Please remember, she will go for 8 kilometers. Now my dear students, they are asking, not asking this distance. If the distance would be asked, obviously you all can answer. Right. It will be 10 by the Pythagorean triplet. Right. Now what they are asking, in which direction is she from the starting point? An angle less than 45 degrees south of east. South of east. What is the meaning of that? An angle less than 45 degree north of east. So see my dear students, what will happen whenever you will draw a diagram like this? Understood? Like this. So what will happen? You will start referencing the points. For example, this is 45 degree south of west. 45 degrees south of west. Understood? 45 degrees south of west. So here what we are doing here, can you tell? Option D is the possible. Okay, angle more than 45 degree north of east. Okay, so you are saying north of east, right? Okay, so now the question will be from where you will draw the reference point. So they have clearly given from her starting point. So my dear students, this is her starting point. I will draw the Cartesian plane something like this, right? I will draw the Cartesian plane something like this. Let me declutter this thing so that it will be clearly visible. Understood? Yeah. So reference point will be starting point. Understood? So now my dear students, please remember, this is 8 kilometer, this is 6 kilometer. All the option says either north or south of east. So this is east and the person is towards north. So obviously south of east option will go away. South of east options will go away. Understood this thing? Now my dear students, please remember, north of east or north of east. That means we have to consider this angle. And as you know, this is 6 kilometer. Obviously, since this is 6 kilometer, this will also be 6 kilometers. And this will be 8 kilometer. So my dear students, you can see that this angle will be less than 45 degree. Because if it would have been equal to 45 degree, this perpendicular distance would have been 8 kilometer. Understood? Because P is equal to B. P is equal to B is the identity of this thing. So my dear students, what will be the answer? The correct answer will be B, an angle less than 45 degree north of east. Everyone got it? Karthikeyan, is it clear? Why am I saying that north of east less than 45 degree? This is 8 kilometer, and then again this is 8 kilometer if it would have been 45 degree. But since it is not 45 degree, it is lesser than that. We have got B as correct answer. Understood? Yes, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Tanmay, and thank you, Kartikeyan. So, my dear students, two questions are there for you. Please note them down. First question is this one. You can take screenshot. You can take screenshot. A started from his house and walked 20 kilometers towards east, where his friend B joined him. They together walked for 10 kilometers in the same direction. Then A turned left while B turned towards the right. So you have to just simply draw these diagrams. Understood? Then you will realize that okay, this is the way we have to approach. Diagram should be very accurate. If you will draw the wrong diagram, everything will go wrong. Everything will go wrong. Just like I showed you one example, right? One question where I did wrong. Yes, this question. Remember? No, not even this question. I think this question. Yes, remember? I had to turn right, and by mistake I confused with right and left and drew it towards the south. So please don't do that. Please don't do that. Clear? So yeah, please take screenshot of this question. Please take quickly screenshot of this question, and then I will give you second question to attempt. I hope all of you have taken the screenshot. You can pause the video or take the screenshot. And then the second question which you should attempt is this one. Please try to attempt these questions. These will help you a lot. The PDFs of these PPTs I will put it in my Telegram group, and the answers you can send me on 807-304-1901. Okay. So yeah, with that I end this session. I hope all of you have liked the session, understood some new concept. If you have really liked the session, please like, share and subscribe. And also if you have any queries, doubt and feedback, please comment below. Thank you and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.